I'm 5 on your side's Keely Arthur at a very busy Harris Teeter parking lot in Village District in Raleigh. Every year, 5 on your side shops 5 popular grocery stores: Harris Teeter, Publix, Food Line, Whole Foods, and Walmart, to see exactly where you can get the cheapest Thanksgiving staples. Let's head in. So of the stores we checked, Harris Teeter is kind of in the middle of the pack when it comes to the least expensive when you combine all those items. Food Line was the least expensive overall, and then Whole Foods, no surprise there, was the most expensive. But we're at Harris Teeter today because they have great sales going on just a week ahead of Thanksgiving on things like produce and, of course, mashed potatoes. So I'm just going to read you a breakdown of how much each of those items total costs at each store. So Food Line, I said, was the lowest, $26.14. Walmart, $27.29. Harris Teeter, a little bit more, $33.39. And then Publix, at the time, they had an incredible sale on turkey. So the total was $19, but that sale is now over. So the regular cost at Publix is $51. And then finally, as promised, Whole Foods, the most expensive, $55. But no matter where you shop, even if you love Whole Foods or one of those more expensive stores, there are some things you can do once you get into the store that will really lower the cost overall. Here's what they are. Let me show you. So one of the easiest things you can do is buy generic. A lot of times people are not going to be able to tell the difference in the taste at all. And here's kind of the difference in real time. So the McCormick gravy is costing around $2 to $1.40. But then walk with me over here and you are going to see a way better deal. Brown gravy mix, 89 cents. That's the Harris Teeter generic option. So buying generic, whether it's for gravy, canned food, etc., is always a good way to go to get a little bit of a better deal. Another thing that you should do is sign up for loyalty programs. So it's $1.99 for this Butterball turkey per pound, and then you're going to get an additional savings with your VIG card. If you didn't have any of that and it wasn't on sale, look, it's going to be way more expensive. And then also when you're shopping for things like turkey, pie, even fresh produce, look at the cost per unit. So the unit cost per pound, cost per ounce. Sometimes you might see something like a pie, it's going to look less expensive, but the pie may be smaller. So you want to actually see how much you're paying for the total price. Do that by looking at the unit price. Something else that I want you to think about is shopping canned items or frozen items. You can buy those way ahead of time, so that's going to save you peace of mind. And then also look at this. It's $2 for $4 of these huge cans. You're going to get a lot of bang for your buck if you take that approach. Obviously, if you want to buy certain things French, you can do that, but a mix of things is going to give you that lower price. All right, so Wells Fargo is estimating that the overall cost of Thanksgiving food will cost 3% more than last year. That's kind of on track with inflation. One of the reasons why we're seeing that increase is the cost of wholesale turkey is actually up 40%, but some other items are down. Now, here's my final piece of advice. If you're like me and you're busy and you're a little lazy when it comes to planning these types of things, I know some other people really are a lot better than I am, you can buy bundles. That might not save you money, but it's certainly going to save you time. Places like Harris Teeter, Wegmans, Publix, all offer pre-planned meals where you can just go to the store, pick up all the items, and select how many people you need to feed. That takes the guesswork out of things and is just, frankly, for all of us living really busy lives, a lot less stress and work.